I don't know who these players are, I can't pronounce their names, but we have a cast between yellow, red, blue and green in Command & Conquer Red Alert, where Blue Cat is the only one whose name I actually can pronounce at least a little bit. Anyways, this is a map with a lot of gems, so a lot of economy. And it's supposed to be a 3 versus 3, but it's in fact a 2 versus 2. Green and blue and red and yellow are a team as usual. So, minigunners coming out for, well, at least our south team, and over here minigunners are out but not really scouting yet. Though actually they are, some of them, just a little bit difficult to see. That's of course a bit of a problem with like this mini-map, especially on such a large map. So, first our truck is out for yellow, red, blue and green as well. Right. We'll probably see quite a lot of war trucks out on the field today. Just because, well, it's a high eco map. We'll have multiple construction yards, I would imagine. Just to get even the, whatchamacallit, building construction way faster. So, over here, advanced power plant already. I mean, makes sense if it comes to your efficiency for cash spent compared to, well, the energy they produce. But I mean, did you really need to do that? So, green and blue going out on the left hand side. Scouting is really nice, and scouting for red team is not that good. Also, the way that blue is using their minigunners all in a line does in fact give like perfect scouting. So they should not be surprised later on in the game. Even though they are missing out on a little bit of scouting over here. There is a third construction yard already for blue. And there is a very strong shape here, some would say. Over here we've got triple war factory and double construction yard with the third one coming out just now. On this side though, I mean triple war factory, second construction yard. Here we've only got like double war factory with only now the secondary construction yard. Little slow for blue or yellow and red compared to blue and green. That's a sixth construction yard already. I mean, maybe that's a little excessive, I would say. 7. I mean, you can't produce out of 7 at a time, right? I don't think you can, at least. Anyways, over here, 4, 5, and 6 one is here. So, I mean, yeah, sure. Go ahead. 4, 5, soon to be up north for red. And yellow's also getting up a couple more. Though I kinda wonder, like, why don't people go for like a lot of army yet? Okay, first heavy tank is out for blue. Couple are already out for green. And nothing really, well, here for red, but they had them for a while already. Yeah. Army is important because, well, if green and blue just go here and snipe all of this, I mean, this looks like a campaign map. Like, why build them all like this? I mean, it looks nice, sure, but it's also really nice for like, I wanted to say blue and green to snipe them, but they don't actually know about it. Interestingly enough, because I did think they had like multiple units up here, so I expected them to know about this. Apparently they don't. Anyways, blue still trying to scout a little bit. Maybe you're just barely able to slip through here, technically. Though this would be easier. But they're not doing that. They're just going down. Sure thing. A lot of tanks now coming out for red. While a lot of them are coming out, however, it's still nothing compared to what blue already has. And that's with 24,000 in the bank. So, rocket soldiers, normally you would say those are good against tanks, but look at the amount of minigunners. If they were shooting, they would be great against those rocket soldiers. But well, since they're not doing so, they're not great. And of course your tanks can still drive over them. There, all of the infantry has gone down. Ooh, the thingy. I don't remember what they're called. Yeah, I really don't remember. But these are quite strong. Also expensive. But that's a lot. And I mean, you don't have scouting. Though, of course, they are also super quick to produce, even without this many helipads. So, I mean, you can really just use all of your economy without using all of the space here for things like war factories and power plants, because, of course, you need a lot of those as well if you want to keep production up for your tanks. I had been recording for 6 minutes and 45 seconds, so I'm not completely sure where I was in terms of this game, but yeah, a lot of these like attack helicopter things are now being bought by red, and yes, it's a whole bunch. That's the thing I already said, that yeah, they produce very quickly and don't need that much power. I mean, it's 10 per helipad, I believe. So it's way more like energy efficient to just build those, rather than a lot of war factories. Though of course these have the advantage that, well, they can build mammoth tanks, which even have anti-air, but also you don't need to reload these. Once these have all been used, you can pretty much throw them in the garbage. Over here, a lot of heavy tanks are moving out for green. Blue has already got a lot of V9s just to like use a bit of artillery on the enemy units. Is of course very nice. And red is actually going to move out over here in order to take down green. Green does know about part of this, but doesn't know about this whole line of construction yards. Yellow is also coming in to help with a little bit of a side base, I guess you can say. Just like green has done on the other side. A lot of heavy tanks here for green. Red is also with quite a lot of them coming in. Could be a very big fight that hopefully does not crash the game again. Also, it's very difficult to judge this. However, depending on what blue and yellow do, green's team should win this. Not that I really think that green is going to win their specific fight. However, on this side we do of course have yellow and blue, and the fight between those two would be an easy victory for blue. Though red has something to say about it. That's a lot. Damn. I mean, nothing you can really say about this. It's just a whole bunch of attack helicopters. Or like gunships, I guess. Sure. Yellow over here is still kind of losing the battle, especially if blue actually uses their mammoth things. And red on this side is pretty damn even, though we'll lose to green. At least that's what it seems like right now. After which, well, these things are... some of them are useless, some of them aren't. But they definitely should be using more of them. Heavy tanks are now coming in, a lot of them. So should be able to turn this fight at least. And blue. How much production can you kill? You need to kill the Teslas. because those hurt and kill economy. If you do that, you should be able to do it. I mean, if there is no eco, then it's 36,000 very quickly spent. Though you're not really destroying all that much, in my opinion. Though of course, proxy base over here is very nice. Though yeah, those get killed quite easily by V9s. Advanced power plant in the front, even though it's kind of volatile. Yellow, also with a lot of gunships now. And well, yeah, no, Tesla towers don't really like to hit air units. They really don't. Over here, blue still has a lot of units. And if this is their like prio war factory, it should be very quick reinforcements for them as well. So, over here, green has kind of stopped and should probably just move up here to kill a lot of the economy. Because that definitely would help out their teammate. Though, honestly, I feel like blue would be able to just 2v1 this match. At least, at this stage of the game. 58,000 in the bank still. And a whole bunch of mammoth banks. Red does still have a lot of gunships, of course. But yeah, those are just kinda useless. You can't reinforce. I mean, you can buy new ones, but you can't really use them once you've shot 5 shots. Just because of how difficult it is to, like, resupply them. Blue on this side and green also kinda moving in, though blue isn't really doing anything. Only killing a couple of gunships, but that's about it. Green though, green is at least killing tanks and killing Teslas, possibly going to destroy a little bit of the production in a second as well. Over here, gunships for red are not going to be useful, and red gives up. And that could mean that yellow will also give up. I mean, Teslas in your base is not fun. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Not sure who, but one player halved more than 460,000, someone else almost halved 600,000.